What's up everybody, Anthony from GranddaddyHerps. I got my two little herps here with me that wanted to be in the video, so I said, hey, what the heck. So as you can see, what the heck? As you can see by the title, we're gonna do a Who's Your Uncle today on clutch number 1. I've got 6 eggs from a pinstripe desert ghost to a het desert ghost. Hey, get away from the camera. She's staring at the playback lens, so she's super excited. But first things first, I haven't shown this girl in a very, very long time. Let's see if I don't get bit. This is my female albino checkered garter snake. Now, a lot of you guys have asked about the garter snakes. Unfortunately, I don't keep garter snakes to breed them anymore. Actually, this is the only girl I have left. It wasn't for me at the time. I ended up expanding a little too fast and I didn't have the time. These guys require a lot of attention, a lot more than the ball pythons. They eat a lot more often, and I just didn't have the time. So I kept her and got rid of everything else. But let me see if I can get you guys some close-up shots. Now, she's a gorgeous female. Who knows? I may eventually breed her. The male, unfortunately, I lost him during transit when I was moving. A couple of the tubs, actually a couple snakes got out. A couple of my snake tubs slid open in the back of the U-Haul. A couple snakes got out, but I found them, but I couldn't find the male. I think he got in a box or something and then eventually got out. But that's what happened with him. So I will need to get another male eventually if I ever wanted to breed. But there's that gorgeous female. Super flighty, man. These guys do not sit still. They do not like to be held. Another exciting thing before we get to the Who's Your Uncle. Hey. Another exciting thing before we get to the Who's Your Uncle. I've actually got a new toy. Very excited, very lucky. Actually, somebody at my work, I showed him my YouTube channel. I don't really tell a lot of people about my YouTube channel or about the snakes and stuff like that because a lot of people can't handle hearing that I keep a bunch of reptiles in my house, and to them they just can't fathom that. Some people think it's disgusting, some people are fascinated, but I just don't like to tell a lot of people that. And it's one thing about my personal life that I like to keep to myself. But this coworker's really cool, so I showed him, and he's like, man, your YouTube channel is amazing. And he's like, you did all that video editing? And I was like, yeah, that's all me. And he's like, man, everything looks amazing, keep it up. He's like, oh, by the way, I have a drone sitting at home that I don't use if you want to buy it. So I took him up on that. So this is a, let's see if I can get the camera to zoom in on it. This is a DJI Phantom 3 Professional. It can do 4K capability. So, as you can probably tell by the intro, it was done on this. So, these things, let me tell you, are very, very hard to control. I mean, so far I've only given it maybe like, I don't know, 3 or 4 flights. And it's completely different than anything I've ever controlled, like RC or anything wise. It's hard to explain, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. I play video games, so I'm sure I'll get used to it. So yeah, this is the box, and it came with a $200 backpack to hold everything in. So I mean, I practically stole this from my coworker. He gave me a killer deal on it, so I jumped on it. So there's that. Let me set this aside. Oh, the wind's blowing. Knocking on my door. Okay. Alright, so let's cut into the Who's Your Uncle. Okay, so the reason why you guys came here was to see if you're gonna get your name on an egg. So let's get right into it. Real quick, to those of you that are new, Who's Your Uncle is a game that I actually started myself, and you may have seen a bunch of YouTubers do it and not give credit, just kidding. A bunch of YouTubers do it, which I think it's awesome that everybody's getting involved and that they're doing it. but it's something I started a few years ago, and then my buddy Drew really liked the idea. Drew from Queen City Constrictors absolutely loved the idea, and he reached out to me and he said, hey, I want a part of that. I've got a name idea for it. And he said, who's your uncle? And I thought it was creative, funky, and so I went along with it. So, and it just kind of took off from there. So the point of this game is you put your subscribers on the eggs, and it makes it exciting for your viewers and whatnot to see if they hatch out as a really unique snake. So it makes it exciting, especially the more genes involved and the more power that's in the egg. So again, this was not a pastel, it was a pinstripe desert ghost male to a 100% het desert ghost female. So my hopes with this clutch is to get some female pinstripe desert ghosts to hold back, maybe even just regular female desert ghosts. So desert ghost is a project I really want to get heavy into, and actually maybe late in this season still. I've actually got a pastel clown that I'm priming up to get ready to breed to the pinstripe desert ghost. So I'm gonna go for the lemon blast double het clown desert ghost. So it's something I'm gonna definitely push. I actually got a lock last night from my super pastel yellow belly 100% het puzzle that I bred to a pewter calico, and I'm gonna go the pos het route because puzzle is such an untapped gene that I'm willing to even go the pos het route, raise up a bunch of females and see what happens. So again, let's get right into it. So the first egg is gonna go to my boy Gregory Touchet. I think that's how you say it. He's my Patreon subscriber. I just started Patreon like 2 weeks ago, and trying to get everything together, figure out how I'm gonna do the tiers with the sponsorship. So, but like I told Greg, you know, you're my first Patreon, automatically you're entitled to a t-shirt. I've got those in the works as well. So let's go with, let's give him the nice big juicy plump egg right here. So we're gonna go Greg. I'm gonna put Greg T. Greg T. Okay, and I'll turn these around so you guys can see once I'm all done. Number 2 has been a longtime friend in the reptile community. He tries to comment on all my videos, and I know he does comment on a lot of your guys' videos out there. He's very active and honestly deserves a hell of a lot more subscribers than what he has. He's one of the realest people I know, calls it how it is, goes raw, uncut, and that's BOXINGBOA. I know you guys have heard that name over and over again, but man, he deserves it. So this goes out to BOXINGBOA and Priest, okay? Priest, you're my boy too, bro. You're a young version of your dad. Keep up the good work. And you're doing a hell of a job being a father too, Jay. BOXINGBOA. And Priest. All right. Keep up the good work over there, guys. Next one is gonna be someone very new. He actually reached out to me on Instagram, and he had a bunch of questions, and you know, he was telling me that he wanted to start a YouTube channel, and he just jumped right into it, and he's picking up momentum. He hasn't slowed down since, and he actually made an intro song for the Genetic Hunters. So Snake Keeper Steve, aka Concrete Jungle. So I'm gonna put you right here, my man. So I know you as Snake Keeper Steve, so I'm gonna put you as SKS, bro. All right, keep up the good work, man. You know, subscribers, all that stuff will come in time. I've been doing this for 6 years. Started off very slow, threw a video on here and there. Had no editing, had no quality, and it wasn't until like the last 2 years that I really started putting the editing and the time into it. And you know, those first couple years is what kind of set the platform, and the last few years is kind of what helped establish those subscribers. So as long as you keep posting, you keep at it, you'll get to where you want to be, bro. Next, another new YouTube channel in the community, very active, doing a lot of collaborations. I'm sure me just saying that, you already know who this next one's gonna be. It's a 2-man YouTube channel, and we need a lot more of that. It's exciting, makes it fun. So, and this person is actually or one of the two people is actually moving literally one city over. So I think you guys are gonna be seeing a lot of collaborations in the future. Those type of videos are the best. So this one's gonna go out to the genetic hunters. So put you here. So me and them got something in the works coming up. So stay tuned to that. There should be a video up here real soon. So keep an eye out for that. These guys are awesome. Again, they can literally go throw out the trash and it'll still be interesting and you'll still want to watch it. So these guys have potential. I think they're going to be something one day if they don't stop. So keep an eye out for them, the genetic hunters. Next is another longtime friend, another OG in the reptile community. He's been doing this for a long time. He's always having killer seasons, killer clutches. This goes out to Mark over at BALLZOUTBALLPYTHONS. So I'm gonna give you this big egg here in the back. So let's do BOBP. BALLZOUTBALLPYTHONS. And he has one of the most genuine personalities. Doesn't sound like he's forcing it, doesn't sound like he's acting. He's just having fun, he's having a good time. Love this guy. If you aren't subscribed to him, you guys are missing out because he works with the oddball stuff and it always comes out great. So last but not least, this goes out to one of my supporters. This is somebody that on every single video is early and is always commenting on my videos. And trust me guys, I noticed that. It's very important to me when people are following. They'll watch videos that, for instance, I posted a tarantula video recently. I put a lot of time into it, but I didn't get very many views because a lot of you guys are here for the ball pythons. But this person again commented on and watched that video, so that's important to me and I do notice that. So this goes out to TJ, okay? TJ's Reptiles, so I'll put TJR. Another new YouTuber going the educational route, doing like supply reviews and whatnot. So go check out TJ's Reptiles. So that's gonna wrap it up, guys. I gotta get these things back in the incubator. You know, I'm being a hypocrite by bringing these out of the incubator when I say you need to candle your eggs real quick, stick them in the incubator and never look at them again. Well, there's truth to that, but these things are 13 days out from 55 days. So they're practically almost full term. So they'll be okay. See if I don't get bit by the way, I named this garter snake, I named her Vileplume. I'm trying to name all my reptiles off of Pokemon. That's the route I'm going. Always been a huge fan of Pokemon. And no matter how old I get, I don't think I'll ever get over that. A lot of nostalgia with Pokemon. I mean, I'll hear certain songs and it'll just take me to the time frame. That Mambo No. 5 song, for some reason, reminds me of opening up a pack of Pokemon cards on the base set. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. I know this is a long video. I appreciate all the support. Go give me a follow on Instagram and Facebook, and if you're willing to, Patreon. All the links will be in the description of all the YouTubers I mentioned in this video. As always, Anthony from GranddaddyHerps. Catch you in the next one. Peace.